The following episode of the Maui Chamber of Commerce's Business Matters was originally broadcast on April 28, 2026.
Welcome to Business Matters, brought to you by the Maui Chamber of Commerce. And now here's your host, the president of the Maui Chamber of Commerce, Pam Toompop. Good morning, Pam. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, Gary. It's a beautiful day in Maui. How are you?
Yes, it is very beautiful. I'm doing well.
The house is doing well?
Yes, we're all doing good. We're all doing good. Except one more problem. Now my solar water heater system is leaking.
Oh no!
I know, yes, but I'm working on that.
It's always something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's better than a Jeep in your living room.
Absolutely better than a Jeep in your living room. I can't tell you. I think I shared once upon a time when I was doing insurance. I had a client who took his Jeep and they literally landed on top of a couple in their bedroom.
Wow.
Their car went through the house, literally landed on top of a couple in the bedroom, and the miracle was that the couple was actually okay. I mean, they weren't injured in any way, which was just shocking, but it was a drunk driver.
Wow.
Literally went through the side of their house. So, yeah. But I know, that I know what goes into fixing all of that and taking care of that, and just so grateful that you're there, and we hope your solar stops leaking.
Yes.
We hope the solar company gets out right away and stops that, because, we don't need any more home damage with all you've been through.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. You are a treasure, and we love you and appreciate all you do for the show. And just glad that things are looking great these days. And one minor thing more, and we'll get it all fixed.
Yay.
Yay. Well, have a great morning, Gary. I just love you dearly. And we're so excited to have Hazel Beck on the show, everyone, for those who are listeners of this show, and for many who went through the Maui wildfires. You know Hazel Beck. A little bit of history about Hazel. Hazel Beck became the Deputy District Director for the United States Small Business Administration, Hawaii Pacific Islands, back in, I think it was 2022. Is that right, Hazel?
That was 2021.
Oh, 2021. Oh, actually, I'm just seeing this. But before that, in June 2018 to 21, she served as the director of the Southern Cal Veterans Business Outreach Center. Also, those are called the VBOC. She was hosted by Miracosta College in Carlsbad, California. Before joining the SoCal VBOC, Hazel served as the director of the Veterans Business Outreach Center in Chicago for over 2.5 years. And prior to her work in Chicago, she was the center director for the Hawaii Small Business Development Center, located in Kailua Kona on Hawaii Island. So Hazel has spent quite a bit of time in Hawaii. She has a master's degree in public administration. And many of you know Hazel with our Maui wildfires as an amazing visionary who is known for boots on the ground. She has unique business insights, highly developed leadership and communication skills, and a talent for strategic planning. She has a dual business perspective, both corporate and small business, having worked in both arenas, and the ability to motivate and lead her team to ensure customer-focused, value-added results. She got Isabel Guzman briefed on the ground multiple times, one of which led to an amazing session that we had at the Maui Chamber of Commerce with then SBA Director Isabel Guzman. And at that level, when you're talking to that director at the national level, when we were talking about the disconnect with what was happening with some of the applications and things getting stalled in the loan application process, we created together a pilot program through the chamber. And Hazel and I worked very closely on this, and we were very blessed that Isabel Guzman sort of said, look, we need a concierge program to make sure these loans are on track and moving through and finding out what's going on. And of course, a lot of what was going on was there was a new portal, and people's loans if they weren't checking in every couple of days. And they weren't checking in every couple of days because they'd gone through a major disaster. Some of them didn't even have computers at home. Many of them, of course, if they did have computers, lost them in the wildfires. And they were just going through so much. And yet, after a few days, if they weren't checking into the, quote, the portal, their application could get kicked out or paused. And so we had a very unique program to get out millions of dollars to people impacted by the wildfires. In addition to that, Hazel did amazing things to set up offices and constantly have outreach on the ground. And she has been doing that again, because we've recently had, the Kona Low disaster declaration from the SBA, and she has been out in the community again, helping people deal with the severe storms, floodings, landslides, and mudslides. So, good morning, Hazel. It's great to have you on the show, and can you tell everybody a little bit about what you've been doing recently, given these storms?
Aloha, Pam. Thank you for the kind words. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you all again. And I just want to say that the SBA truly appreciates having a resource partner and ally in the community, such as the Maui Chamber of Commerce, and Pam particularly and her staff. We certainly appreciated the work that you did during the Maui fire, and I'm sure everyone on Maui recognizes that as well. So thank you again, Pam. All right, so we do finally have a declaration for the Kona Low storms. The declaration covers the period of disaster from March 10 through March 24th. And the parts of the state that are included, basically the entire state is included. Economic injury only for Hawaii County, or for Kauai County. There wasn't a lot of physical damage there, but the physical and economic damage spreads throughout all the rest of the counties. So if you have physical damage from the Kona Low storms, you have till June 14th to file an application for either physical damage or economic injury, physical damage, June 14th. If you have economic damage, and that generally is a little bit more challenging to assess, so that deadline is usually longer, and in this case, this is true, January 7th of 2027 to file economic injury damage. So the loans that are available are physical disaster loans, the economic injury disaster loans, and home disaster loans. And the home disaster loans are available to homeowners or to renters. In the homeowner's case, to repair or replace disaster damaged real estate, but in the renter's case, personal property, including automobiles. So the personal property and automobiles also apply to the homeowners.
Yeah, it's one of these things that I know you were acting very quickly, and you were advocating to move this forward and get places established. And you've already been out on the ground educating people on the disaster loans and how to apply for these things. Tell everybody about some of the community service you and Dennis, the district director, have been doing to reach people and help them get the help they need.
Well, it's been absolutely amazing to watch the response to this disaster while everyone was waiting for the declaration. Community members, neighbors, friends, everyone stepped up. The city and county of Honolulu has scheduled a number of Rebuild Oahu events. So the first one was a week ago this Saturday, and it was out in Waialoa, where most of the disaster, a lot of the disaster impact was felt in the entire northern half of Oahu. But this was an event set up at the gymnasium out there in the Park District, and it was extremely well attended. There were the entire back wall was permitting department with their tables set up. There were appliance vendors. There were construction companies, Habitat for Humanity, County Office of Economic Revitalization, the SBA. I staffed a table with one of our public information officers that had just arrived on the island, Jolanda Ferens. So steady flow of people. This past Saturday, District Director Kwok was at a similar event, and it was on the Waianae side of Oahu, and it was also well attended. And I will be at an event this coming Saturday, be the third event that the county has held in Laea, and I'm looking forward to working at that event with the Office of Disaster Recovery for the SBA.
Well, I treasure you through so many
Thank
things.
you.
Hazel and I call her my sister from another mother. She's also a great hat wearer like me. So often when people see us, we're both wearing hats, and it's a lot of fun. But she is dedicated to all of the people of Hawaii and has been just such a champion for everybody. And works tirelessly to make sure that people's needs are met, to bird dog things that are held up and holding people back. Just an extraordinary leader that we so appreciate in the position that she's in and the work that she has done over the years. And I've been blessed to know her. Yeah, it goes to 2021.
5 years.
Oh, my goodness. I know, my goodness, 5 years. That's so awesome. I'm excited for you. That's right. This is an anniversary year.
Yeah, coming up. So, Pam, before we close out the discussion here on disaster, I would like to give the online address where people can go to submit their applications. If you have suffered any damage from the Kona low, please go to lending, lending.sba.gov, and you will find yourself at the My SBA loan portal, and this is where you can apply for a disaster loan online.
That's really important. Thank you so much, because yes, it's critical that we share that information and everybody does that. So lending.sba.gov, which will take everyone to the My SBA loan portal. Many of you are familiar with this because that's where we were going through as we were addressing issues with the wildfires. So that's a really good thing to have, by the way. Keep that on hand, actually, because, this won't be the last, but hopefully we will have a long break in between is what we pray for. And again, that we start to see easier times. But I also want to say, and I appreciate you talking about how the community came together. I think we're all really recognizing that, we're seeing things more frequently, and in this last time, we had the major storm, and yet, a week later it was still continuing, and everything was so saturated, and we're recognizing that we all really need to be prepared. So I also want to take this moment just to remind everybody, please, we keep talking about this on the show, please be prepared. If you, over the last several weeks, didn't create your disaster kit, I'm encouraging you to start creating a disaster kit. Make sure you're getting food ready because, again, the new thing, at least our mayor is sharing, is once upon a time it was, 3 days and, you can go to the shelter, and sometimes people can't get to the shelter if you've got flooding and people can't cross the roadways. So, plan on 2 weeks now. They're saying 14 days, so let's plan on 2 weeks, 7 days in the week, 14 days. Let's get ready. And you know what? Even if you're perfectly ready, maybe your neighbor isn't. And so you can help them as well. So let's recognize this is an ongoing thing, and let's get ourselves ready. So on that note, and Hazel, I appreciate you sharing that. I really felt it was important to cover that this morning. You were doing so much there, and I just felt it's really important for people to understand that And again, it's another reminder how the SBA has boots on the ground and they're ready. So when things happen, Hazel and her team are looking at this and saying, okay, where do we need to go? What regions do we need to get the most help in? Working with the SBA to always looking at how she can broaden the coverage to make sure that everybody's getting attended to, and just really appreciate her tremendous leadership. But I actually wanted Hazel on the show today because we have something extraordinary that she has been working on for a while, and people of Maui are going to get to enjoy and benefit from, which is, it's actually a national SBA, Small Business Administration Awards program that they do every year to honor outstanding people, who are working in the realm of not only small businesses and are actually running small businesses, but they have many different categories honoring different types of businesses, as well as people who have done outstanding work in serving those businesses. And what did we, by my count, Hazel, it looked like you had 8 award categories this year. Is that correct?
Yes, we have several award categories that are given at the national level. So the Small Business Person of the Year, we gather all the nominations in, and then the nominations are judged, and then we name somebody as Small Business Person of the Year, and then that person represents the state of Hawaii at the national level. So someone out of the 50 states and territories will be named on May 3rd as the National Small Business Person of the Year. And the same is true for the Exporter of the Year. So that person is named for state of Hawaii, and then that person also is entered in the competition for national. And actually, in 2017, Hawaii had a National Small Business Person of the Year, and that was Garrett Marrero, Maui Brewing Company.
Yeah, we were so excited. So excited that Garrett won. Very well deserved. But Garrett put Maui on the map at the national level. It was amazing. It was amazing.
He did.
And we actually, when we had to do the Maui award ceremony back then, the SBA would come and go to each island, and we would do a SBA awards program as part of a chamber event, and many other chambers did it across the state as well, hosting their island award winners. And Garrett, of course, actually couldn't attend because he was in D.C., which was awesome. But it was such an exciting time, and you're just always so amazed by all of this. And I was looking at this year, and I thought, first, before I get into the categories, I would like to talk about the history of this. How long has this been going on? I mean, this has been, this year I've been with the Chamber 20 years, so this has been going on long before I started. What is the, just general overview of the history of how this got started?
I'm thinking it's definitely longer than 25 years. Of course, I don't have the history with the organization to personally verify that. But the SBA as an organization is celebrating its 73rd year. It was created in 1953 by President Dwight Eisenhower. And so we have been giving these awards, I believe, as an organization for decades to recognize the tremendous contribution that small business makes to economies across the United States and territories.
Yeah. I mean, I am so glad that we as a country have really been recognizing small businesses. Sometimes we hear about other initiatives. Of course, manufacturing is a big thing. And here in Hawaii and, of course, in Maui County, we have many small manufacturers. But that is a big arena. So I'm looking at the chart that we have for this year, and let's talk a little bit. So I'll start at the top of the chart. Let's talk a little bit about each category. So we have family-owned businesses, and they're in that we have an area where you have each family-owned businesses are recognized on each island, and then the state of Hawaii. Tell us a little bit about what it takes to apply for being a family, to be an applicant just for these awards, to be recognized as a family-owned business.
So the Family-Owned Business Award recognizes a business that has been transferred from one generation to another, and also then by the new generation has gone forward 15 years. So we are very excited in this category. We have a State of Hawaii winner, and then we have winners on Kauai, Maui, Hawaii, Hawaii, Maui, and Kauai.
Yeah, we've got great coverage. And let's do a spoiler alert because I'm so excited. Let's tell everybody who the State of Hawaii winner is.
Okay, the State of Hawaii for the family-owned business is Service Rentals and Supplies Incorporated, and the owner is Ryan Oi, and they are located in Kahului, and they were nominated by Royce Fukuroku at Central Pacific Bank.
We are so excited. I hope everybody is listening, is clapping for Ryan Oi and Service Rentals. They are an amazing company. Ryan Oi used to sit on our board for the Maui Chamber of Commerce. His company is very philanthropic, supporting many causes and helping nonprofits all across the community. They do all sorts of construction rentals and equipment rentals. And, of course, they have big lights for events that they loan to people. And just, they've helped so much in this community. And, of course, it has been a long-standing family business. So when we saw that, we were thrilled. We were so thrilled. Let's share a little. If you'll also share also Ryan and I went to Baldwin High School together. So.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it was great. So, but tell everybody let's talk about who the other winners were across the state.
All right, so for the County of Hawaii, the winner is Iona Car Sales. Patrick Iona Jr., Hilo, Hawaii, nominated by Jennifer Walker, Central Pacific Bank, Hilo.
Amazing.
The County of Kauai winner is Kauai Mechanical Inc., Colby Ionan in Lehue, and nominated by Eliza Kobayashi, Central Pacific Bank, Lehue.
Yeah, I want people also, if you're listening, to who are the bankers that nominate. This is really good because there's bankers, anybody can nominate, but often the bankers nominate these folks. And so just listen in on who are the bankers that are nominating people, because these are small business champions as they're recognizing their customers and know a great deal about their customers and saying, hey, we're seeing outstanding work within these companies and we want to nominate them, which is really awesome. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. Now, we really have something to celebrate here. So our 2026 Small Business Exporter of the Year winner for the state of Hawaii is Manoa Chocolate Hawaii, Dylan Butterbaugh, Kailua on Oahu. Now, he was nominated by Stacy Suzui at Central Pacific Bank in Pearl City, but we just learned this past week that Manoa Chocolate Hawaii is also the 2026 Regional Exporter of the Year for the Pacific region.
Wow.
I know, we're so excited.
I am so excited as well. That is really amazing. I'm absolutely loving that. Okay, so he's now, not only is he the state exporter, but the regional exporter.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about this category. Talk about what that means to get into this, to be a state winner of, small business exporter for the state of Hawaii, but, what it means to be the regional winner.
Well, let's start with the top award. To be the regional winner for the Pacific region, the states that are involved in that are obviously state of Hawaii and our service area, but it also covers California, Arizona, and Nevada. So he managed to rise all the way to the top across all of those states. So to be a small business exporter of the year, you have to be exporting your product. I'm not quite sure if there's a length of time you have to be doing that, but you have to identify yourself as an exporter and be actively exporting. For the county of Kauai, the winner is Salty Wahine Gourmet Hawaiian Sea Salts, LLC, and that is Laura Cristobal Anslund in Hanapepe. And she was nominated by Eliza Kobayashi, Central Pacific Bank. I haven't had enough coffee, in Lehue. So we're very proud of her as well.
Both? Yeah, and I just got to say, for those of you who are candy aficionados like myself, everybody loves Salty Wahine Gourmet Sea Salt. She does amazing things, and she does gourmet sea salt, and people have been putting them on all sorts of candy these days, and it's been interesting. So absolutely love her. I know it's an interesting twist, but there's been some new things going on there. Yeah, I love that. And years ago, and this is a great time that I just want to mention it. Years ago, I won a regional SBA award. And so talk about the Region 9, what the areas covered by Region 9. So when you win a regional award across various states, let's talk about what that means and what that region looks like.
Okay, our region it's called Region 9, or the Pacific region, and it starts in Nevada, and it covers Nevada, it covers Arizona. We have a district office in both of those places. Then we move to the state of California, and we have a number of district offices up and down the state of California. Then we come out here to Hawaii. We have our district office out here. But then, as you know, our service area extends also to the southern and western Pacific. So it covers American Samoa, and it covers Guam and beyond in the western Pacific. So it's quite an honor to win this award across a region.
Yeah, it's a really big deal, and when you think about especially these other states that have just expansive areas and tons of applications, it is really an amazing feat, so I'm so proud of what the Manoa Chocolate Hawaii has done, because to be a manufacturer against major manufacturers in those other states that were nominated, I'm saying manufacturer exporter, to be a major exporter for Manoa Chocolate Hawaii, and to win this not only the state of Hawaii award but the region is just spectacular. So very excited to have that.
And Pam, anyone who gets a chance that happens to be out in Kailua, you really need to stop by and schedule a tour at Manoa Chocolate Hawaii. Dylan and his brother have put together one of the best explanations of the chocolate process and cacao processing that I've ever seen. So he really has his heart in this business, and the chocolate is the proof of that. And this award is the proof of his dedication and his passion.
Yeah. This is, for those who know me, And if you don't, let me just tell you, there's nothing I love more than Small Business Awards. And the SBA awards are amazing, and they're like the pinnacle of SBA awards nationally and across the states. We are also thrilled every year in the fall to do our Mayor's Small Business Awards, but nothing excites me more than learning about these amazing small businesses and sharing their stories with others to inspire and just educate, and for us to hold up these people in our communities, which of course there's going to be celebrations across the state. But this year it's going to be on Maui, and we'll talk about that later. We're going to be holding the annual SBA Awards right here on Maui, coming up in May. And we're super excited about that. But again, for people to learn about what these companies have done and what it takes to even achieve these awards is really phenomenal. So let's move on, because another category that I absolutely love and was starting to jump into mistakenly is the small business manufacturer. And I see we've got somebody from Maui, somebody from Hawaii, and then we have a state winner here as well. Tell us a little bit about what it takes to be a small business manufacturer awardee.
So this category is a new category that was introduced this year, and for most of the categories, there's a minimum requirement of how long you have to be in business, and I believe for the awards it's 3 years. And the other things that are looked at when you're considering this, we're looking at the revenue generated by the manufacturing operations. We're looking at a look back of 3 years of financials. We're also considering for all of these award winners their involvement in the community, because that is a component of the small business awards as well. You can't just excel in small business. What is your give back? How are you integrated into the community? So this year, our State of Hawaii winner is NoHo Home, Jaylene Kanani Hitzman in Waipahu, and she was nominated by Stacy Suzui, Central Pacific Bank, Pearl City. We also have a manufacturer, County of Hawaii winner, Force Marine, Inc., James Patterson over in Hilo, nominated by Don Cauchi, First Hawaiian Bank, Hilo. And over on Maui, we have a Small Business Manufacturer of the Year, and I'm pleased to announce it's Maui Beverage Company, LLC, Kyle Fleming and Katie Cox in Haiku, nominated by Lalaine Manlapau, First Hawaiian Bank, Kahului.
My goodness, again, we're cheering over here. We're so excited for our Maui companies. You know what I think too, on the family-owned business, we also had Cassandra Aquina Oncog of Aquina Enterprises. I just realized we didn't mention her earlier, and she was also nominated by First Hawaiian Bank.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I just realized as we were going through those earlier that we missed her, but I wanted to make sure that we caught up, because I'm so excited about what Aquina Enterprises is. Such an amazing community partner as well. And she, I think because we were talking so much about Ryan Oi and Service Rentals getting the statewide award, but we also did have a Maui winner in that category as well. Yes, we did.
Awesome. And my apologies to Cassandra. Cassandra's business is located in Kihei and is, as Pam indicated, it's Aquina Enterprises LLC, and it was nominated by Karen Cianco, First Hawaiian Bank, Kahului, and she is third-generation leader of Aquina Tours and Transportation, which is Maui's oldest family-owned transportation company.
Yeah, they do amazing things. So thank you so much, Hazel. I was looking down my list and I was like, wait a minute.
Good call.
Okay.
Good call.
No worries. We got each other's back. We always have each other's back.
We always do.
We're a good team. Okay,
we are.
so let's see. The category that people often, really look at, and again, that we talk about, because again, there is a statewide winner, and of course it's called the Small Business Awards, but we also look at the Small Business Person of the Year. So before we talk about the people who have won in that category and our state winner, who's going to be moving on, let's talk a little bit about what it takes to be the Small Business Person of the Year.
So the Small Business Person of the Year award recognizes staying power of the business, recognizes the business's ability to increase revenues and sales. Does the business create jobs? What has been the business's response to adversity? And are they innovating in their operations, products, or services? And as I mentioned earlier, what is their level of commitment to the community?
Yeah. All right. Let's tell everybody, because you have a lot of people who have.
I have a lot of people indeed.
We've got several in the Small Business Person of the Year and our state winner. So let's start with the state winner.
All right. We are very pleased to announce the State of Hawaii winner for Small Business Person of the Year is Jeremiah Leonard of Sun Construction, Inc., out on Hilo side of the Big Island, and he was nominated by Antonia Leonard. And he will be in competition for a national award on May 3rd. He will be, I believe, he will be traveling to Washington, D.C. But he's very active in his community. He's president of Sun Construction, Inc., and has grown the company from one person to 25 employees strong. Very active in his community in Rotary and on the board of the Associated Builders and Contractors.
I absolutely love that. And then let's talk about the other two winners in their counties.
Okay. All right. So I've actually got three more winners. I've got,
awesome.
First of all, for the County of Hawaii, the Small Business Person of the Year is Manu Powers and Liam Powers, and their company is Sequest Hawaii, and it's based in Kailua Kona, nominated by Alan Pak, Central Pacific Bank in Kailua Kona, and they are co-owners and operators of Sequest Hawaii. This is obviously an award-winning ocean adventure company founded in 1997. They're based in Keauhou Bay on Hawaii Island. Next, I've got the County of Honolulu winner, Small Business Person of the Year, Butch Galdiera at Diamond Bakery Company Limited in Honolulu here. And he was nominated by Diane Murakami, Central Pacific Bank, Honolulu. Butch is president and CEO of Diamond Bakery Company. As we all know and love them, the iconic cracker and cookie manufacturer that was founded in 1921.
Yeah.
So they have been in business for 105 years, and they're going strong.
Wow.
And under Butch's leadership, they have increased the range of cookies that are being offered. That used to be a smaller percentage of their production. So they all, hats off to the Diamond Bakery team. Last but not least here, I've got the County of Maui Small Business Person winner, Lance Takamiya, Takamiya's Market, Inc. in Wailuku, nominated by Ryan Fukushima, Central Pacific Bank, Kahului. He was born and raised in Wailuku, and he has led Takamiya Market with innovation, strong community values, and humility. He's got a commitment to his local families, and his motto, his philosophy with the market has always been, be the market that caters to the local community. So congratulations to Lance.
Oh my gosh, that family absolutely has, and what an amazing job Lance has done. And yeah, Takamiya Market is one of the staples. Going back, lived here. I don't know how far back it goes, to be honest, but I lived in Maui for a time, over 40 years. It was there when I got there, and it was one of the first things people introduced me to was Takamiya Market. So absolutely love that market and the work that they've done for decades. Let's talk about veteran-owned businesses now. This is an exciting category, and what it takes to be a veteran-owned business.
So veteran-owned business, the primary requirement is that the business has to be 51% veteran-owned and operated, and as I indicated earlier, in business for 3 years and profitable. We're very excited this year to announce the State of Hawaii Veteran-Owned Business of the Year is Integrated Facility Services Hawaii, Inc. The owner is Tiara Covington here in Honolulu. She was nominated by Gina Luz, Central Pacific Bank in Honolulu. She has her leadership in Integrated Facility Services Hawaii has been recognized by the business community, such as Pacific Edge Magazine in 2021, Businesswoman of the Year, and Pacific Business News, Women Who Mean Business, and Most Admired Leaders and Distinctions. And I know that Tiara does focus on government contracting with her company. So congratulations to Tiara.
Absolutely.
The other winner that we have in the Veteran-Owned Business of the Year category is GC Associates USA LLC, George Fukumoto in Honolulu. And this was a self-nomination, which, by the way, the SBA strongly encourages. If somehow the banker or the credit union or a resource partner hasn't found you yet, you can find yourself and nominate yourself for one of these awards. So George has over 45 years military and professional experience. His areas of focus are serving the Department of Defense and the federal government. Army veteran, he founded GC Associates in 2007. And so congratulations to George.
That is amazing. And I love that because I love that you point out, and this is a great example, that, again, you can be nominated. You don't have to be nominated by a business banker. And, of course, you can even self-nominate if somebody hasn't found you. But there are many business resource people, as well as friends and family and neighbors, right? Anybody can nominate you for this award. So if they recognize your excellence, if your customer recognizes your excellence, they can nominate you for these awards, and they come up annually. So, again, for those of you who are listening in, and we'll talk about the event that we're going to do shortly, but as you're listening in, think about the timing of this because, beginning at the beginning, let's see, when does the process actually take place? It's actually toward the end of the year before, right?
Yes, actually, nominations usually open up by, at the latest, the 1st of September. And the nominations stay open usually through the first week of December. So you have quite the window to consider who you would like to nominate next year for any of these small business awards. So we, as Pam said, we encourage everybody, family, friends, employees, sometimes nominate their own company. We appreciate the recognition, and we want to elevate as many of these small businesses as we can.
Absolutely. They deserve it, and we are here as a community that they are constantly working hard for us. So let's work hard for them and show them our appreciation by nominating them for these awards. Okay, Women Business Champion. Talk about Women Business Champion and the winners there.
Okay, so this is an interesting award because it can also be won by a man because the gender focus is on the support and assistance that you would have lent during the year to a small business that was owned by a woman. So this is a business. Sometimes in this category, we get nominees that are CPAs, or we get nominees that have formed nonprofit organizations that support and encourage entrepreneurship in women. So a man or a woman could win this award. And the other thing is, you don't have to be a small business owner yourself to win this award. Okay? So, yeah, it's a very interesting award. So this year's State of Hawaii winner is Nikki Savella, and her company is Cupcakes Boom LLC over in Hilo, and Jennifer Walker at Central Pacific Bank in Hilo nominated her. And one of the things that Nikki has done, other than bake amazing cupcakes, is she has actually created a Boom Vahine network, a women's empowerment network, and she inspires and helps female entrepreneurs across Hawaii to learn to lead with purpose and courage. So she's very deserving of this award.
Love that.
And the County of Honolulu winner for this award is Christian Whitney. Her company is Lilikoi Project Hawaii in Honolulu. She was nominated by Shireen Urakami Oyama, Central Pacific Bank, Honolulu. And she is the founder of the Lilikoi Project Hawaii, which is a community-centered initiative that she created to support women at the earliest stages of their entrepreneurial journey. And as we know, this is the stage where you're kind of on an island all by yourself. You haven't proven your concept out yet, and so having resources around you at this point in your time in your life cycle of your business, she brings together resources that the women will need to kind of move from ideation out of R&D and actually try to get the company started. So we're very proud of her as well.
Awesome. Okay, then we have the next category, and the next category is women-owned business. And we have a statewide winner and 2 other county winners.
So let me dial this up here because women-owned business, State of Hawaii. We are pleased to announce Inspired Closets Hawaii, owned by Kamuela Potter in Waipahu, nominated by May Nishiyama, First Hawaiian Bank, Honolulu. So Kamuela Potter and her company Inspired Closets has amazing designs helping people get their lives organized. She also was a recipient of a SBA loan in her early days when she was starting the company. But we are very pleased to honor her. In fact, I had an opportunity to meet her in person about 10 days ago. And
I've met her. She's a great, dynamic lady. Yeah, love her.
Yes. And she's expanded her business. And for several years, her husband Brent was helping her, and then finally he left his job to join the company. So they are doing very, very well. Congratulations to Kamuela.
Okay, and we're going to have to go a little faster as the show's going to be. We've got a little bit more time, but we'll go a little faster on the next several.
All right, thanks for that tip. County of Maui winner is Hawaii Commercial Foods, Inc., Joyce Harris and Kahului, nominated by Lalaine Manlapau, First Hawaiian Bank. County of Honolulu winner for Woman-Owned Business of the Year is All Island Maintenance, LLC, and Kealanui Manabat in Honolulu, and nominated by Donna Kojima, First Hawaiian Bank. And that brings us down to the Young Entrepreneur of the Year. State of Hawaii winner is Desiree Akiona, And her company is To Be Desired LLC in Kapolei, nominated by Pua Patton, Central Pacific Bank in Kapolei. And you have a Maui winner. Your Maui winner is Carly Ann Brown, Trustworthy Cleaning, Limited Liability Company, and she was self-nominated. And also a quick mention, we do have a Small Business of the Year winner for Guam, and that is Keith Stewart, Pacific Rim Constructors, and nominated by Leslie Ann Leon Guerrero at the Bank of Guam. There they are.
Oh my gosh! Well, we are. I am applauding over here. You and your amazing team have done such a great job. I know that you have people who come in and have to review all of these awards. It is quite a process. And yes. I know people who have served to help review these awards years back, and it's very lengthy. It's very difficult when you have, as we've heard today, such competitive categories.
Yes.
And it's really amazing. And what I wanted to share with everybody is that Hazel and I, the SBA and I have been working on things for a number of years. We've been helping them over the last few years in Honolulu as they've done the statewide awards. I think I mentioned earlier the Maui Chamber of Commerce and many communities across the state, usually through chambers, but would host our island SBA awards, so our local island. And the state awards were always held on Oahu. But this is the first time, May 8th, that we are doing the statewide SBA awards on Maui on May 8th. We've got people, registration starts at 11. We're going to go from 11 to 2:30 p.m. because we are combining these amazing statewide awards. Also, it's part of our economic update luncheon. We're featuring Paul Brubaker. But this is a time where not only can you get an amazing economic update from Paul Brubaker, it's going to be a statewide economic update with a couple of extra hints on Maui, but it's going to be a great time, and we hope you'll join us. Tickets are available at mauichamber.com, and we just want to thank Hazel for her leadership, and the goal is to try and move these awards around each county, so we circulate them throughout the state in a rotational basis. But we're first, and we're excited. So look for that at mauichamber.com. I want to thank Hazel for her amazing leadership and all the tremendous work she does. And hope you learned a lot today, and we'll join us again next Tuesday. Blessings and aloha. Ahui yo.